18 courses, 5 countries, billions in value. Donald Trump's golf portfolio is unlike anything else in the sport. It's part playground, part business machine, and part lightning rod for controversy. Every course in his network tells a story about ambition, image, and the fine line between sport and spectacle. Whether you love him or hate him, the way he turns each facility into a money-making engine is remarkable, with plenty of different business models. So, how did it all start, and what's the real strategy behind one of the most famous and infamous golf portfolios on the planet? Trump's journey into golf began in 1999 with West Palm Beach, Florida. The land he bought was anything but glamorous, a reclaimed garbage dump. Trump himself would later joke that he built the most beautiful dump in the world, but behind the humor was a $40 million investment that turned this barren land into Trump International Golf Club West Palm Beach, a 27-hole luxury paradise with palm-lined water hazards and a grandiose clubhouse that looked more like a palace than a sporting facility. The location was strategic, just minutes from some of America's most wealthiest neighborhoods. Membership was about buying into a status symbol. The initiation fee was one of the highest in Florida, more than triple the cost of some nearby clubs. It sent a clear signal. This was golf for the elite, and exclusivity was the brand. That business model expanded dramatically in 2002 with the purchase of Bedminster in New Jersey. Built on 500 acres once belonging to the Rockefeller family, Trump saw it as a canvas for status and glamour. 2 championship courses designed by Tom Fazio and his son were added, along with a heliport, lavish pools, and event spaces built to host everything from high society weddings to political galas. Bedminster quickly became Trump's personal favorite. It hosted the U.S. Women's Open in 2017 and was due to host the 2022 PGA Championship until the USGA pulled it for political reasons. For most owners, that would have been a devastating blow, but Trump pivoted fast, opening the doors to Live Golf, the Saudi-backed distributor shaking up the sport. Like him or hate him, a smart move from the president. Inside the Bedminster clubhouse, trophies from tournaments long predating Trump's ownership are proudly displayed. It's part of his playbook, associating his venues with the sport's history, even when that history isn't his own. These clubs showcase the private membership model, huge initiation fees, recurring annual dues, and a level of exclusivity that turns golf into both a financial and cultural fortress. While Trump built exclusivity at West Palm Beach and Bedminster, he also invested in public access courses that could generate volume-driven revenue while still carrying the Trump luxury name. In Los Angeles, he acquired a cliffside course in Rancho Palos Verde that had been partly destroyed by a landslide. Most developers walked away, but Trump rebuilt it as Trump National Golf Club Los Angeles. Holes clung dramatically to the edge of the Pacific Ocean, waves crashing below the greens. It became a favorite setting for charity tournaments and even Hollywood film shoots, free publicity that carried the Trump brand into an entirely different spotlight. In Washington, D.C., Trump National Golf Club took advantage of a prime riverside location. The course featured one of the longest par 3 holes in the country and doubled as a political hub. Its massive ballroom became a frequent host for fundraisers, dinners, and private gatherings. Here again, golf was only half the product. These public-facing clubs combined steady cash flow from green fees, cart rentals, and shop sales with the power of Trump's brand. One of Trump's sharpest plays has always been using golf to boost real estate. Nowhere was this clearer than at Lake Norman in Charlotte, where Trump National became both a golf club and a real estate engine. Members didn't just get access to golf, they bought lakefront homes with private docks and folded themselves into a curated lifestyle of country club dinners and social calendars. In Miami, Trump National Doral became the crown jewel of this strategy. Purchased in 2012 for $150 million, it was already famous for its Blue Monster course, which had hosted PGA Tour events for decades. But Trump went far beyond golf. He invested over $250 million in renovations, rebuilding the course and the resort infrastructure into a showcase of grandeur. Villas sold at a premium. The Trump aura became a brand tax. The Blue Monster's reputation only amplified the demand. Even West Palm Beach benefited from this integration. Set beside some of America's wealthiest communities, its golf prestige helped drive demand for property in the surrounding neighborhoods. Trump's model here was simple: use golf to inflate land value, sell homes at a premium, and still keep revenue flowing from the club fees. From the very beginning, Trump's courses doubled as event stages. Weddings, corporate retreats, charity fundraisers, and political gatherings poured millions into his venues. Bedminster, with its grand clubhouse, hosted everything from personal family events to national political gatherings. Doral, with its 4 courses and sprawling space, became a natural destination for corporate America and championship-level golf. And all of this? It was another way to monetize the brand. Trump was denied the USPGA Championship at Bedminster back in 2022 and had Doral taken off the PGA Tour rota for 10 years. In that time, he has pivoted to host events on Live Tour at both his venues. But with Trump now having Doral and Bedminster on the PGA Tour and Live Tour, respectively, then there's Turnberry in Scotland. Trump's 2014 purchase of the historic course was as much about prestige as it was about business. Having hosted the Open 4 times, including the iconic duel in the sun between Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson in 1977, Turnberry brought unmatched heritage. Trump poured over $200 million into its redesign and high-end refurbishment, elevating its facilities while leaning on its heritage to attract events. Despite maintaining and enhancing such a prestigious venue, the R&A, again for political reasons, removed the course from the Open circa. The Open is golf's oldest and most revered major, and its absence left Turnberry in limbo, a world-class course locked out of the sport's biggest stage. Trump's willingness to defy tradition and embrace disruption makes him stand out. For Trump, these events matter because one weekend of tournament coverage could generate more attention and more cash than months of regular play. Some Trump properties grew into full-scale resorts, where golf was just one part of a larger luxury offering. Turnberry became the jewel of this model. After Martin Ebert's redesign, its Ailsa course climbed back into the ranks of the best in the world. The refurbished Lighthouse Suite turned heads, and the hotel's world-class standards brought in international guests. In Ireland, Trump International Golf Links and Hotel Doonbeg sat on County Clare's wild Atlantic coast. Originally designed by Greg Norman, the course stretched along the shoreline for 2 miles. But with the ocean threatening erosion, Trump hired Martin Hawtrey to tweak the design. Off the course, the 5-star suites, cottages, and local cuisine turned Doonbeg into a destination that blended golf with Irish hospitality. And in Miami, Doral doubled as a resort. Its 800 acres included 4 golf courses, hotels, spas, pools, and event spaces, a multi-revenue powerhouse that went beyond green fees into luxury lodging and international tourism. For Trump, resorts represented the biggest jackpots. Multi-stream revenue from golf, dining, hotels, spas, weddings, and international guests who saw the Trump brand as a global luxury signal. But not every project required massive investment. In Dubai, Trump tested a different model: no ownership at all. In Dubai, Trump adopted an entirely different playbook, managing and branding without the risk of ownership. Trump International Golf Club Dubai, designed by Gil Hans, opened in 2017 as part of the Damac Hills development. Fairways cut through luxury villas and apartments framed by views of the Dubai skyline. A second course at Akoya followed the same model. Trump didn't spend billions here. Instead, he lent his name and management expertise while developers carried the costs. Through licensing and management fees, the Trump organization earned millions annually with minimal exposure. In the hyper-competitive Dubai luxury market, the Trump name became less about politics and more about pure prestige. turning golf into a marketing engine for surrounding real estate. Trump's golf empire isn't finished. 2 new projects in Indonesia and Oman are set to expand his portfolio into booming global markets. Just south of Jakarta is the cool mountain air of Lido. Trump's course is being pitched as the centerpiece of what developers call the largest integrated resort in Southeast Asia. Plans include 5-star hotels and entire neighborhoods of villas. For locals, it's marketed as a new Beverly Hills of Indonesia. Trump doesn't build the roads or pour the concrete, his value is the brand, stamped on every billboard promising buyers a slice of international prestige, while local developers fund the construction and carry the risk. On the cliffs of Muscat's rugged coast, the Trump course will anchor a $1 billion luxury project known as Ida, complete with hotels, shopping districts, and ocean view villas. Developers frame it as Oman's leap into the elite global tourism circuit, and the Trump brand gives it instant recognition. As with Dubai, the formula is the same. Lend the name, collect the fees, and reap prestige from a skyline thousands of miles away. For him, it's another low-risk, high-margin play. So, 18 courses across 5 countries, billions in value, and each one a story of ambition, image, and that fine line between sport and spectacle. If you could only pick one course to walk, which Trump property would it be? Tell us in the comments, and while you're here, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next story. I'll catch you next time.